Anyway, what's going on about Japan or China? Um, like I say, I had known Japan and China, and even Scottish people. Like I had known the people from the past. I had known how they would work their fingers to the bone. They would, they would go down into those mines. Like like I say, I mean, I knew these people. I mean, I knew the workers really well. I mean, I knew what they had gone through. I knew how they had gone through the mines, how they dug themselves out of mines, how they had built the cities. And so when there's questions of the honor of Unit 731 and the Japanese people and the Chinese people, and then Nixon was saying that there was the Japanese that were lying when the Japanese say America attacked us without provocation or this or that. I mean, I had never known a Japanese or Chinese leader to ever bring dishonor to himself or his family. They, I mean, I said, well, maybe nowadays they're different, but I don't think so. I don't think Japan would ever do that or China would ever do that. They're not dishonorable. Like I say, they would really be willing to do kamikaze pilots right into a ship just for honor. So I said, and even America. I mean, even some of the American soldiers, like the American fighter pilots, were like, "What do you want to do? Live forever for king and country, or for the British people?" Like when you get right down to it, when you get down to the military people, to the heart of who they are, I was like, no, I'm sorry, Nixon. I'm sorry. You're the one that's lying, if anyone's lying. So anyway, though, so on that whole thing, I mean, I had to go with Japan and Germany and China. I mean, I had to go with the rest of the world because they were saying America attacked without provocation, and I was like, no, I'm sorry, America. On the world stage, you're saying that Japan and China are no good liars, that they have no honor or discipline. And I was like, Buddhist monks, dude. I was like, those monks, and they sit out there in the cold just to see if they can actually get warm through muscle tone. I was like, Nixon, you did not just call the Japanese dishonorable or undisciplined. Because he said they don't have any honor. They don't have any. I was like, nah. And Nixon was like, oh, the British, they're lying too. Those no good whatever British people. And I was like, the RAF, the most honorable outfit out there, for king and country, the people that have charged into gunfire with swords, they're dishonorable. I was like, do you know what they've done? They've yelled for king and country and charged into gunfire in the past. Like, I was like, I know these people. Like, they would rather die than lie about anything. Like, they're not. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, there was this one samurai soldier that actually took on someone with a gun. Or he took on 20 people or something like that. Anyway, I said, they will carve wood until their fingers bleed. They will work 15-hour shifts in a coal mine just to provide coal for their family back home. I was like, no, Nixon. You did not just call British people dishonorable. He was like, yeah, they're all bad. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry, my beautiful America. You attacked without provocation. Anyway, so yeah, that's what really happened is the Kennedys or Nixon or Carter, one of them, well, I mean, they knew me. they knew I knew about the past history of the Earth and America and the world for the past 10,000 years or more. And all of a sudden, like I say, Japan and Germany were saying it was America. They attacked us without provocation. That's where the aircraft came from. Because their RAF were like, nah, we didn't do it. I mean, for, my RAF pilots, anyway, my pilots were always really awesome. Like I say, many pilots they'll fly into situation under gunfire with mortar fire. They know they're probably going to die. They'll do it anyway. I mean, and Nixon was saying, no, it wasn't America. America didn't attack without provocation. We were provocated, blah blah, or something like that. And so it came down to this big old question of who was carpet bombing Britain and stuff. I had bombed a factory that was empty and gated. And then somebody had started carpet bombing Berlin. So, I mean, there were skirmishes over you shot my dog or Sally Mae. I mean, there were always little skirmishes or something like that. Basically children, they have Tommy gun and they get drunk or they get on acid or something like that and they go and kill some people and it's like, okay, well, they either die or they get put in jail. That's the way it is. Like I say, what I really think it was is one of the children of the Kennedys or someone. What happened was there's this one person drunk driving. They killed someone. There's something that happened, something really bad, and it was one of the families that had said, "We control the world. We rule the world. It's all us." Anyway, it was one of the families, the family that used to joke about who was going to control which country. And it's like, I was like, I've been controlling the world for 10,000 years or longer. Wasn't really trying. Like I say, that's the whole thing. I wasn't even trying. I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, I start this group, they're building stuff and doing stuff. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, you're doing fine. Okay, I'm going to go over here and we'll go and do this and research this. And then those people would be researching stuff. And I was like, yay, success. Awesome. Finally, we did it. We got the first hat, or the first paper. Awesome. Finally. Oh, oof, that took a while. And working through the paces, and just doing this whole thing that is called civilization, that is humanity and civilization. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go off and lead this other people. And these other people were like, well, now what? It's like, build more houses? Build better houses? I'm like, okay. And they'd start carving, thousands of people would be carving. Like I say, it's almost just once people weren't starving for food, people were like, well, we're not starving anymore. Don't really have much to do other than watching the corn grow. I wonder what else we can do. Anyway, it was almost like that, too. I mean, people were just like, well, we're not starving anymore. We don't really have to go hunting every day just to catch one thing. So, I wonder what else we can do. Anyway, so they started playing around and doing stuff, and I was like, oh, well, you can try doing that, or you can try doing that, or you can try doing that. And then, humanity just kind of got this momentum going, too, and I was like, well, yeah. I mean, civilization is possible. You don't have to be in the dark. There's ways of making light. And it's just this big, huge thing and stuff. And then, like I say, you get to someone carpet bombing Britain and Britain going, well... And then someone starts shooting off rockets into Britain. And like I say, at first they said, "Oh, it's the British bombers, the RAF. They bombed Germany." And it's like, I don't think the RAF, which is one of my flying groups, and that's another thing. They didn't just mess with